How did the quick time frame of writing the lyrics for Better Love either enhance or challenge you in that process?
It was a challenge, definitely, and it was the first time to conceive of a song and demo a song, and then record it. We did 2 sessions. We did a session then in London, recorded a lot of it in Dublin, and then mix and master it. It was a 3 or 4 week period. So it was intense, and it was a real learning experience. But sometimes the difference between an idea and a song is a deadline, and it's just as simple as that. And so you have no choice but to make it happen.
Of course. How were you approached for writing a song for The Legend of Tarzan? How did that come about?
The studio reached out at first and kind of, was talking about the project. David Yates was directing. It was fantastic. Rupert Gregson-Williams. It's an amazing cast. It's a huge cast. And I wasn't long, having finished about 2 years on the road. So, and I was in LA at the time, so it was very fortuitous. And I think if I hadn't been there, and if I wasn't in that mind space where I actually now had time to maybe, to work on something like this. So things just kind of lined up in a great way. And so we got together, and I had I got to view an early edit of the film. And again, I was shocked by the time frame that we had, but I was eager for a challenge and eager to write something new. And I just said, look, if I had a demo in 5 days and you like it, great. But if I don't have a song for you in 5 to 7 days, I don't know what to say.
So you watch the early edit and you kind of just get inspired by what you see movie-wise to decide what you're going to write about or what it's going to sound like.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. You would discuss the a little bit the important themes, but I really wanted the song to feel like it was coming from myself. But I think the way I look at it is that you just open yourself up to a definite window of influence, and you allow what's on screen and what the work that the fantastic team has been doing, just to kind of wash over you, and you kind of take what you can from that and work that into your own thinking.
We have a sister show, Made in Hollywood Teen Edition. It focuses on careers in the entertainment industry. So did you always know that you wanted to be a musician?
I did, from a young age, and I think I had the benefit of knowing what my dream was, so to speak, from a slightly young age. That didn't mean that I thought that I could do it. So I think sometimes we are aware of what it is that we really want out of life or out of a career, but we're nearly afraid to admit it to ourselves, So, but I knew that I wanted it, and then it just was a matter of time until I realized that I couldn't ignore that fact anymore. I'd have to try it.
But it's not easy. You can't just become a recording artist overnight. What exactly did you do?
A lot of the work, a lot of the early work is for me was something you just have to do on your own. So I mean, it's going to be different for every artist. It's going to be different for recording artists, or whether you're a songwriter, or whether you're a singer or a recording artist, or So it's tough. But for me, I took as much time as I could. As a teenager, I started writing, and I wasn't happy with any of the work. I wasn't prepared to release it until I was 23. So it's tough I think in the creative. In kind of creative industries, because there's no one who can really show you how to do what you have to find out how to do yourself. And I dropped out of college and kind of with the hope that I could do this. And there's no guarantees. It's tough, but I think you just have to sometimes find your own way there and trust. Maybe trust advice when you can get it, but ultimately, what's important is it's going to come from you, and you have to figure that out first.
Based off of the last 3 years, then, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to be like you one day?
I would say grow your hair long. That
helps.
That helps. It is the source of my power.
Of course.
I would say so. Over the last 3 years, it was things went crazy. Things went kind of 0 to 90. I was an unknown. I was completely unknown in my home country. In Ireland, as I was to the music scene in America. So things went very quickly for me. It's a long road to get there. Nothing really happens overnight. And when I kind of look back over the years of getting to that point, it can be easy to become impatient and just feel like you're kind of swimming against the tide, and this will be something that never happens. But I don't know, for me it was something that I'd never be able to live my entire life having not tried everything that I could to do what I really wanted.
Definitely, you don't want to look back and have any regrets
Totally,
and wonder
yeah.
what would have happened.
Yeah.
Are there any other qualities that you think teens specifically need if they really want to succeed in this industry?
I think self-belief is a great thing, and sometimes self-belief needs to be blind and needs to be deaf and sometimes just idiotic. So not in every case, and it has to be maybe tied in with a very high standard of yourself, and you have to hold yourself to a high standard. And especially if you're out here in LA, like this is, you know, it's a tough game. But you know, oftentimes it's the people who just hang around that one last try that, you know, who get there in the end. Like it's oftentimes longevity and endurance, because it can be crushing. You know, it's those who just hang on who manage to get there in the end.
Right.
You know.
Made in Hollywood.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, MadeinHollywoodTV. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And for the next awesome video, click right here. Click in that box right there. Super easy.